So how did I pass the PCCN certification exam with hardly any tele experience and zero PCU experience? What's good, you guys? NWA here, Nurse Pat. Today we dropping some heat. For those of you that may not know, the PCCN stands for Progressive Care Certified Nurse. PCU is basically step down ICU. Thankfully, I was able to pass that exam a few days ago. My background in nursing is that I've been a float pool RN for almost 3 years, but my primary experience was in non-tele floors. I recently got trained for tele and stroke this year. However, I'm still not floating there very often, so I wouldn't say my experience is that great. Originally, I was going to get my med-surg certification instead, but some of the nursing educators, as well as the OG nursing titas, they sort of wanted me to challenge myself and take the PCCN exam instead, because they knew that, eventually I want to get trained for PCU and CCU or ICU. So enough of the chatter, this is exactly what I did. I tried my best to study roughly around 1 hour per day, and I studied for around 1.5 months before taking the exam. I sort of had to get myself back at that NCLEX mode, and try to study as much as I can.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So I'm going to talk about my main study tools that I used. One of my boys put me on these 2 books here, Ace the PCCN, You Can Do It. You can do it! There is a practice review questions and a study guide here. I got these on Amazon for a total of around $100, which is whatevs, because if you work at a good hospital, they should reimburse you. I literally ran through these questions like a ton of times, and I studied the rationales and everything for everything I got wrong. So I ended up studying a lot, as evidenced by my trash practice question scores. Literally the first exam that I took on there, I got like 58%. No lie. You just gotta trust the process. There is a ton of cardiac questions. So I literally went through a bunch of those like, what the hell is this? I do not remember any of this, or I just learned it and it's not something that really has stuck to me just yet. The things that I would sort of have a critique with those books is that there's not a lot of pictures or anything. I'm more so a visual learner, so having some diagrams and everything would have been a little bit more helpful. But that is where YouTube comes into play, because I have used YouTube as well for studying the concepts. There's so many good videos out there. You can even search like PCCN review and stuff, and some people have even put some playlists with certain concepts that you can study on. So you can either watch those videos, or what I did is I sort of listened to them in my earphones while running errands, if you're grocery shopping, during my morning walks, whenever I'm having a long drive. I could literally listen to things and sort of study that way. I wouldn't say this should be your main way of studying, but it is sort of a supplemental thing to do. My hospital also had this 2-day complimentary course. It was like an online class. It was a Zoom meeting and everything due to COVID and whatnot, but the lady that was a speaker was very good at letting us know sort of what to expect during the exam in terms of questions and concepts, and she went through the concepts very well. Also, throughout the course of studying and watching videos and whatnot and doing some Google searches, I ran into certain mnemonics and things that I wanted to write down on my cheat sheet. So it's good to write a cheat sheet, because during the exam you'll get a blank piece of paper. If you memorize your cheat sheet and you write it right away and stuff, that'll help you for the rest of your exam. I'm going to show you what my cheat sheet consisted of. So this is sort of my cheat sheet that I have created for myself that helped me out. So this here is a 12 lead thing that really helped me out. You'll see here that I wrote all my leads, and then there's the mnemonic for the areas of infarction. So you'll have a ton of MI questions. I'm going to ask you, where is this MI located? And it'll give you a 12 lead. It'll tell you which leads are seeing the ST elevation and stuff. There also might be questions on reciprocal leads and stuff. So you see the ST elevation here. You'll see ST depression in different leads. These 2 things, honestly, I found this on YouTube and stuff, and it was very, very helpful. Highly recommend. I'll probably link that in the description below for you guys. I also saw this on Google for heart murmurs, because I was really struggling with the heart murmurs, to be honest. Mrs. MSD hard ass really helped. So in terms of your murmurs, you'll be able to know if it's systolic or diastolic with these mnemonics and stuff. So whether it's regurg, stenosis, regurg, stenosis and stuff, you'll see that there. Very, very helpful. In terms of location, where you'll auscultate these murmurs, apartment M is very helpful. So I sort of drew this, super ugly. This is supposed to be your rib cage. Okay, this is the thoracic area, right? So apartment M, this is where your leads, or apartment M, this is where you'll hear things: aortic, pulmonic, tricuspid, mitral. Easy. Okay. Then you'll have like questions in terms of like cardiac output, preload and afterload with the different shocks. I didn't get them all, but like you'll get a lot of cardiogenic and septic, so I mainly focus on those. I wrote arrows, right? So you'll kind of like memorize those arrows. Cardiogenic shock, you'll see decreased cardiac output, increased preload, increased afterload. And with early septic shock, it's literally the opposite, right? You have increased cardiac output, decreased preload, decreased afterload. So those two I would mainly focus on. On this other side here, I basically have a lot of different labs and whatnot. So you're going to see DKA, you're going to see HHS, you're going to see SIADH, and you're going to see diabetes insipidus. So these two are ones that you want to memorize as well, because you could get them mixed up. For the liver failure, for the most part, what you got to know is that you're going to have increased liver function test and aldosterone ADH. The rest of everything is going to be decreased. For pancreatitis, there's a cool mnemonic here, pancreas, and you'll have the different things here like PaO2, age, neutrophils, hypocalcemia, stuff like that. So if you could memorize this and keep writing it down, you'll have it like really easy for you as a reference during your exam. So yeah, that was my process with preparation. Honestly, if I could do it, I know you could do it too. I don't consider myself like a super book smart person. I just work hard and I study often. Frequency is key. Cramming is not the way to go about things. I'm sure you already found that out during nursing school and studying for your NCLEX, but it really is not. So the consistency is key, and just trust the process. I hope this video is helpful for you guys and provided you with a little bit of confidence and motivation. You can do it! If you're taking the exam, good luck. Let me know how it goes. If you're feeling the content, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to support your boy. Everyone out there, stay safe, stay humble. I'm out.